and welcome to the FM Playoffs YouTube channel. I'm the Cam behind the cam, and I've got an interview today with FM Playoffs co-owner KegManPlays. Keg, how are you doing?
I'm grand, mate. How about yourself?
I'm good. Of course, over the next couple of weeks, heading into the FM Playoffs, which takes place on the 3rd and the 4th of April, which is Saturday, Sunday. It will have interviews with all the competitors. Unfortunately, yourself, Keg, you're not taking part.
I'm not, no.
Which we might touch on in a bit, but you are one of the people who have been organising this tournament. So first of all, what is the FM Playoffs and how did it come about?
Oh, so the FM Playoffs is it's a football manager knockout competition that me and Mozza sort of brainstormed one day. Basically, we just wanted to give something back to the community. We thought we'd give something as not so much as an alternative, but as an extra sort of entertainment, maybe a platform for some of the smaller guys to step off, mostly just a bit of fun.
Yeah, of course, the FM Playoffs, well, we said the 3rd, 4th of April, there's been 9 contestants confirmed so far. One's still to be confirmed, which will be confirmed next week.
That's correct, yeah. Yeah, mystery participant.
Yes. Wonder who that'll be, but of course, so far we've got Mozza, the ARC owner.
Yep.
Mallidon, got Denim CD7, bullyybeef, On The Counter, FMTreq, Scoot, and Bendrews confirmed so far. So, out of those 9 contestants, apart from Mozza, because he's the co-owner, but what made you bring in the other 8?
So me and Mozza talked about some of the guys about in the community who we thought were good streamers. Maybe could do with maybe a bit of a highlight on them, but also because it's our first tournament, we wanted people that we thought could basically help us run it quite smoothly. All of those guys have been streaming. All of those guys are good streamers, and we thought, yeah, they'd be perfect fits. I've known most of the people around for a while now. The only person I didn't know all too well is Denim, but I think I've gotten to know him a little bit better over the last couple of weeks, and yeah, he seems like a really good lad. Obviously, being involved in the Game Blast weekend, which we had a couple of weeks back now, he had a really good showing there, which was also one of the reasons we decided to go ahead with him, for example.
Yeah, well, of course, with the 10 contestants, the format comes into play, where it's quite different to other FM tournaments you've seen in the past. This time you've got 2 groups of 5, which they all play each other. Is that once they play each other in the group?
I believe so, yeah. I believe what we're doing. I mean, Mozza knows the full ins and outs. As far as I'm aware, though, it's going to be, it's just going to be one each in the group stages. It should be a neutral venue, I believe, to try and make things as even as possible. So there'll always be a competitor not taking part in a game, but that does mean that they can then maybe, like for example, if they're midway through and they've not had the opportunity, or maybe they're having a couple of issues tactically, they can maybe look at their tactic with their chat, maybe even just scout out their next opposition. So there'll always be 4 games on the go at any given time, and the opportunity for a couple of people to rest, even if they need to nip off for the call of nature or something to eat. They've got that opportunity then.
Well, of course, after that, so once the players have got their placings, so if they finish 4th or 5th, they exit the competition in the group stage.
That's correct, yeah.
If they finish 2nd or 3rd, they go into what we deem to be the quarter final.
Correct.
And whoever finishes top gets a bye into the semi-final. So why do you think of this kind of format, with the first place going into the semi-final and the 2nd and 3rd going into quarterfinals?
Well, the thing is, we wanted to keep things moving quite quickly. Obviously, if you're trying to do a tournament all in one day, which is what we're doing the draft on the Saturday, and then we've got the full tournament, that's the group stages and the knockouts on the Sunday. Then it means that we can keep things moving quickly. Again, if you're the semi-finalists, we want to, if you finished first, we wanted to give you the opportunity to maybe have that advantage, the bonus of getting through top, by avoiding a game. You can also then get to scout your opposition in the quarterfinals. We thought it might be a nice way of doing things to give people the incentive to finish top. Obviously, the top 3 in each group, they get an automatic invitation back to the next tournament. So
There's that too.
Sorry?
There's that too. I forgot to mention that, but
yeah, that's one thing. That's fine. It's fine. It's but yeah, no. It's the idea is that it keeps things moving, and then again, like I say, it's just a bonus for finishing top of your group. You then get to play one, not so much get to play one game less, but you get to have the safety of getting through to the semi-final, and like I say, being able to scout the opposition in the quarters.
Yeah. You mentioned there the draft taking place on the Saturday with all the games taking place on the Sunday, which, well, from what we've seen in our tournaments, sometimes it's split over 3 days, but 2 days I think kind of goes a lot quicker. And the draft, what do you expect to see in that? It's just the kind of normal draft, the 10 of them sitting in a call together, or just more, people like by themselves, talking their chat, talking what they're going through when they're picking the players?
I mean, ideally, from my perspective, I would like to see them sitting in a lobby together, maybe giving each other a bit of banter, obviously muting themselves and talking to their chat, trying to work things out, maybe goad the opposition a little bit, but in a friendly manner. I think that if you are getting involved in the draft side of things, especially if you're then in a joint chat with everyone else, you can actually start to develop maybe some new friendships, maybe some new connections, to maybe do future collaborations as well, which is one of the reasons why we're doing this. We want people to collaborate more within the community because we think it will help the community grow.
Yeah, and talking about the kind of formatting, of course, the group stage there, when do you expect to hear who's in what group?
Me and Mozza are kind of trying to work this one out at the moment. We're either going to do it on the day of the draft, not so much the day of the draft. We'll probably do it on the morning of the competition, or possibly, Mozza's looking at the database set up right now. We might be able to announce it a little bit earlier, possibly. It all depends on how the database works out, because databases can be a bit finicky.
Yeah, so do keep an eye on the social media for that.
Absolutely.
Here when it's announced. A bit more kind of behind the scenes now, of course. You've been working quite a lot on the behind the scenes stuff over the last couple of weeks, especially with the kind of format and the graphics we're seeing. But there's also more to it. Yourself, Mozza, but there's a team of, I think there's 4 more of us: myself, Leone, Pingu, and
you put me on the spot here. We've got yourself, it's me, Pingu, Leo's involved, Sino's involved, Scooter's involved as well. Yeah, so we've got. Yeah, there's a few of us doing some behind the scenes stuff. We did have an extra person. I don't know what's happened with them, unfortunately. Hopefully they're okay. I think they've taken a bit of time away for their own personal benefit, which is fine. We just want them to be, happy and safe and all that. Yeah. But yeah, so we've got a little team there, and they're all going to help out, and obviously on the weekend in helping collate details and getting stuff out in the social side of things.
Yeah, so you might see us in some chats, but we'll still be working hard. So
hardly working in my case.
Well, as I said, I don't know if you'll be busy or not, but the 4 of us that aren't taking part, because Scoots, of course, one of the contestants, will be working hard. So you might see us in chats. If not, well, fair enough. But of course, when we look at future events, I think yourself and Mozza have said it'll be the first weekend of every month.
That is correct. Yeah.
So we get 12 events throughout the year, but of course people have asked how they will enter the future events. So how are they able to do that?
Well, obviously we'll approach the odd person here and there, but there's actually a Google form, so you can register your interest, which sounded a little bit pretentious at the time, but we've actually had quite a few people apply for it. It gives us an idea and gets us a short list of the people who want to be involved. There is a link for that. I'm sure we can probably put that in the YouTube description. And obviously, if we embed this on Twitter, we can probably stick it in a comment below as well. But yeah, no, there is a form. Obviously, if you want to get involved in a future one, there will always be 4 new slots available for future competitors each time around. Like I say, the top 6 do get an automatic invitation. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll always be in it, because they might decide to refuse. due to lack of interest or not being able to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's going to always be at least 4 new faces, hopefully. That's the plan behind it. But yeah, if you want to get involved, chuck it in the form. I quite regularly check to see the updated on that, and yeah, that's how to get involved.
Yeah, of course. Bit more on the social side of things now. All the links to like Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Discord in particular, all will be in the description, along with the Google document link. A link to Keg and myself social as well will be in the description. Anything else in the description that you can think of?
I not at the moment. No, we've probably put the links to all of the competitors.
Yeah, that.
Obviously, there's one competitor who is on YouTube as opposed to Twitch, and that is FMTreq. He'll be streaming via YouTube instead of Twitch. So yeah, should be good.
I want it to be difficult.
Yeah. Our Trek's always awkward, aren't you, Trek? I'm sure he'll comment in some way, shape, or form. So, but no, he's a good lad, this Trek.
Just wait until I get him from an interview. You'll have a go back at you.
I hope so. I'm hoping.
Yeah, but
I'm hoping at some point in the future I'll be able to play against him myself, but we'll see.
Maybe next time. But of course, do check out all the socials. Drop us a follow. Subscribe to us here on YouTube. This is on Twitch. I need to remember that. And also follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to the channels on Twitch. We've got the FM Playoffs channel and the Play-by-Play channel.
That's a secret. Yeah, we do have the Play-by-Play channel on Twitch, which we might use, we might not. We haven't really decided. Think of it as a all-in-one channel, similar to what the Lowdown is, but not in the same style. But if we get around to doing it, that's a future project potentially.
Yeah, but you can subscribe to that if you want, but or follow that.
Yeah,
I'll get there eventually with these channels. But yeah, until the next video, which should be out hopefully tomorrow with one of the contestants, if they want to talk to me, that is. I think I've got Mallidon and Mozza lined up, so we'll have them out in the next couple of days, and we'll have the rest of the guys as well, and the mystery competitor.
Mystery man.
That may be.
The mystery man.
Yeah, big name. But yeah, until then, thank you for watching. Do hit the subscribe button, follow us on all social medias, and we'll see you next time.
Take it easy, folks. Cheers, Camp.